Welcome to my YouTube tutorial. Today I want to show you how I do the background shadows and how I can make my backdrop. These are the images raw and after, before and after. And today I'm going to use a video of this lady that I posted the other day, and you asked if I can bring the tutorial this one. So let's begin from shadow, like a backdrop without using the real backdrop. Now I'll show you. I've got the image from this one, to this one in our next video, but for today we are learning about making a backdrop with the shadow. Now this is our backdrop. This is our background image. Let me look for red. Now as you can see, the lady looks like flying. Now if you want to make your shadow, go to the original image, and this one is our original image, this one below, and image. Now go to this tool and make something like this. Then you control copy paste, control C V, and then you get this cutting. So you have to mute, and then you bring this one on top of your image, the one now you're working on. So this is what we are working on, this one, and then let's open our backdrop. Now this is what we have. Go to your layer and then select multiply. As you can see now, our image have started to build the shadow. Then eraser tool, expand the size of your tool. Make sure the opacity is 100, flow is 100. Then rub the edges of your shadow. Then I can reduce to make it look a little bit lively. As you can see, there is something that shows this person standing. Okay, another thing, as you can see the shoes, the pumps. Let's make a shadow. Create a layer, brush tool. Let's make it then select your color to black. Assume the light is from the left side of the object, so draw your line towards the palms in the shape of palms, and then this one, the other side. Eraser tool, make it look original. Then reduce the opacity of your brush, of your eraser tool, to 40, flow to 40, and then widen your tool to about 70 pixels, and then brush the edges of your shadow, and then reduce the opacity on the other side to 40, no, to 50 opacity, and that's how we do it. Now kill the back because we want to make the floor look like widen. This is our floor. Make empty layer, select your tool brush, select white. Now we want to make a backdrop. Hope you are listening carefully. I want to make my backdrop. The size of my brush, I want to put it 2165. Then I brush it like this. Now you can see we have two different colors in my object, red and white. The white is so much loud. I want to make it look like a floor of this room. Now I want you to be very keen and careful, so for us to achieve that shadows and the floor. Now go back to eraser tool and brush from the top to get a fading white. Then I'll create another empty layer. Go to your pen and let me adjust my, and then click there. Then go to edit, transform, distort and minimize this one to make the corner of your backdrop. Now I can reduce the opacity of my shadow. And this one too. I think now you're getting something. Now we want to make the shadow. Go to your image, and this one is our image, your main object. Add a layer style, and then go to drop shadow and press OK. Go back to effect, create a layer, press OK, and there we have a shadow of our object. Go to your control keyboard, Control T, and you will see this box here. Drag it from the middle box of the top box and then bring it down. Here we go. Now we have the shadow, but the shadow is too much shouting. We are assuming our light is coming from the left side of our object, so make sure the level of the shadow is equivalent to your object. Now go to your eraser tool, let the opacity and flow be at 40, then start brushing it. Let's minimize the size of my brush from top. And then after there, I'll come back here and reduce the opacity. To 40. Guys, this is our image. Now the room must have a shadow, so come here on top of your image and create another layer, and your brush, make it black. Now then for you to select the upper side, reduce the opacity to 60. Then come here and reduce the entire thing. Now This is what we call a backdrop shadow. I want to kill go to your backdrop color. Now you can change the color of the backdrop. At the moment we have the red color. Go to create new layer, adjustment layer, select hue and saturation, so you can select the best color with your background. For this one I want to do pink, and then reduce the saturation to make the room sound lively. Guys, I think white is good. Now this is what we wanted. This is now our video. Now let me bring back my effects. As you can see, this is our last version. Looks very cool. Looks very cool. And okay, in our next video I'll be showing you how I do my color grading, I do my face retouch, skin retouch, and many more. So I know maybe there are some things that I've not done okay in this first tutorial, but I expect as time goes on I'll be doing how it's supposed to be done. I know some people will not be pleased with how I've done the tutorial, but you know, you can't be perfect in everything. But I'll be learning because this is my first tutorial. Thank you, and follow us on IG Ozone Pictures, and Facebook Ozone Pictures, and Ken TBJ Ndolo, my personal account. Thank you.